So there's this thing with being autistic, growing up autistic, and inevitably being bullied. And it's not like people know that they're bullying you for being autistic. They're bullying you for all the little things that don't quite sit right with them as neurotypicals. And it's neurotypical dominant culture that says that you have to make eye contact, you have to be able to process spoken language at a certain rate, and understand all of the sort of nuanced, unspoken social rules, and respond appropriately and accordingly every single time you're spoken to. And you're not supposed to move in unpredictable or meaningless ways. You're not supposed to be super emotional. You're not supposed to have interests and passions that aren't a priority for other people. And you're supposed to recognize when your interests and passions aren't a priority for the people around you and not burden them with how much you care about the things that you care about. It's shocking how neurotypical culture prioritizes stifling yourself. And it doesn't just hurt autistic people, it hurts neurotypical people as well. It means that nobody learns how to identify, recognize, and regulate their emotions. It means that nobody talks on a deeper level about things. It means that any kind of deviance or not even deviance, just slightly outlying. It means that outliers, people that don't subscribe to the absolute narrow definitions of normal, are cut away or beaten into submission so that they fit. And so you're forced to repress huge aspects of yourself as a person to even get a seat at the table with the normals. And once you start unpicking it, you start to realize that, when people say, oh yeah, well, what is normal anyway? Genuinely, yeah, most people that are granted the privileges of appearing normal in society are doing so as a performance. They're granted these privileges because they are performing normality. And in doing so, they are also complicit in upholding this concept of normality and enforcing it on other people around them. And it's only when we start to just go, hang on, does this serve you? What are the consequences of dropping out of this system that upholds normal? What are the consequences of doing that? What's the fallout of doing that? What's the worst that could possibly happen if you have a different communication style and you value and prioritize that instead of spending huge amounts of energy trying to communicate in a style that is not innate and not natural for you? How do you... How much better off are you when you start to prioritize you over the comfort of other people at the expense of your own safety and sanity?